Hey guys, Indy here with Ultimate Tool Reviews. And if you didn't know, I actually live in Central Florida, right in Orlando. And we currently have a tropical storm that will probably become a hurricane in the next few days. Will be hitting us. And I thought I would do a video on certain power tool-esque things that are actually quite useful during a hurricane. So I got a few things behind me here that have been useful in the past on previous hurricanes. I've been in Florida since 2004, so I've been through a couple hurricanes now. Probably the worst one I've been through was the one, I think it was in 2016, 2018, around there, was Irma. I lost power for 9 days, had no water for 3 days, and these are a few tools that actually came in kind of handy at the time. Not these tools exactly, but similar tools, but at the time, that kind of came in handy for some of the issues that I had after that hurricane was done. So behind me here, I've got a few things. I've got one thing interesting here is a Craftsman. This is the Craftsman emergency radio. Now I don't necessarily need to buy the Craftsman version, but the Craftsman version is actually pretty cool because this radio has the NOAA channel right here. It's also got a few ways to power it as well. So down here, I can put in a couple AAA batteries if I have them. I can also hand crank it to power it, as well as it's got a solar panel on top here. It's also got a light as well as a DC out, which is USB for your phone charging. So you can charge your phone using a solar panel in here, or even the hand crank, which is pretty cool. So got a few cool things that it can, power, as well as you keep you up to date with any alerts if you do lose power. While the hurricane is currently on top of you, you can find out what's going on, so see if it's getting some extreme wind gusts are coming your way or extreme rain. So really handy to have one of these. Lots of different brands make them, but it's cool to see, Craftsman at Lowe's has got one. The warranty, I think it's like a 1-year warranty, so nothing, too crazy to go out and jump and buy the lifetime warranty one, but just a 1-year warranty on the Craftsman. These hit clearance, I think, about a year ago. I think I got mine for like $10. It was pretty cheap, and it works pretty well. It's just a regular radio as well, too. So I'm sure you've seen, those power bricks on Amazon. They're relatively cheap. I think they're like 20 to 60 bucks. Not too bad. But if you didn't know, you can actually use your power tool batteries as a power brick, basically, source. So pretty much every brand has these. They're kind of like the little tops here. And all you do is you slide on top of your battery. It'll basically tell you, hey, you've got a full charge. Kind of useless though, but because you've got the battery indicator here. I've got 2 USBs on this one, and on a DeWalt 5 amp hour battery, I think I can get like 4 or 5 charges on my phone. So I've got tons of Makita batteries, tons of DeWalt batteries. I got Milwaukee batteries. I could probably go a few months just charging my phone off some of my power tool batteries. So if you don't want to buy a power bank, but instead, just buy one of these pop tops like this that you can put on with USB power. Amazon's got these relatively cheap that are just knockoffs. This one's a knockoff here. It's worked great for me for the last 2 years. Just kind of charging my phone if I don't have power, wherever I'm at. It works really, really well. And of course, keep your power tool batteries charged up and ready to go. So you never know when you're going to lose power. Keep that ready to go in advance, and you'll be ready to go if you need to, bug out, or if you want to stay and wait out the power, outages. It won't be too much of an issue. You can still charge your phone. So one thing that I would say is going to be very important, even if you don't have trees on your property, you never know, is going to having a chainsaw. Now this is the Makita LXT. This is their top handle, kind of pruning chainsaw. I've got 2 larger 36-volt chainsaws as well. But this one comes in handy, if you got some brush that kind of falls down your property, even if it's not on your property, you might be, driving down the road after the hurricane's over, maybe leaving your community, there might be a big tree branch that's blocking the road. So you never know if you're gonna have to, help someone with a tree branch, maybe a friend, a neighbor, even, leaving your own community. If you don't have trees on your property, you probably might need a chainsaw just in case. Florida has tons of trees, and when a hurricane comes through, there's gonna be lots of trees that go down. So I did have one time when I was at my last house where I parked my car right in front of the right in front of the garage, kind of parallel there, and I actually had a couple big tree branches fall, miss my car, but I was totally blocked in there. Luckily, I did have a chainsaw at the time, and I was able to get my car out in about an hour or so. So really handy to have. If you've got trees over your driveway, maybe near your house, being able to clear that yourself is going to be really handy to have. And you don't want to have to wait for, someone else with a chainsaw or even a tree company, because they're going to be really far backed up after those hurricanes hit. There's going to be tons of trees down everywhere. You want to have the tools to get this stuff done on your property yourself. And if your car is blocked, that's not going to be a good thing to happen. So also another thing too is, in the realm here of power going out, especially if you're in Florida, you're anywhere up in Georgia or Louisiana, it's going to be hot, of course. And you lose power, it's going to be hot in your house pretty fast. So I definitely recommend picking up one of these fans. I know there's a Ryobi version, there's, Milwaukee, DeWalt's got one, Makia's got one. Everyone seems to have a battery-powered fan. And these fans are really awesome for keeping yourself cool. If you need to sleep in the heat, it can be a little tricky, but having one of these fans with, probably 10 batteries ready to go can help make your life just a little bit easier if the power goes out after that hurricane. So something to keep in mind there. Comfort, if you want to, you can't really go anywhere per se after the hurricane. Roads are flooded or you're waiting for power to get back on. Having a couple options there to keep yourself cool and comfortable to wait that power coming back on is going to be definitely a really handy thing to have. Now guys, I know there's plenty of other things you can get for hurricanes. Definitely check, online, whatever your county or region recommends to have on hand. Of course, you guys be safe. Don't do anything silly during the hurricanes. Definitely, think things through, and always put safety first, guys. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Just a few power tool things to have during a hurricane and after a hurricane. And there's tons more stuff to cover. I didn't want to cover anything that's going to be too expensive and not necessarily super useful. But things that kind of didn't make the list were going to be that DeWalt power bank, where you plug in 4 batteries. You can run AC 120 off that. Milwaukee's got one now. They actually have 2. I think they have the MX Fuel version and they've got the M18 version. If you got Ego batteries, check out that Ego inverter as well too. Although those tools are going to run you, as much as a gas generator. So I didn't really want to include those too much, but I just wanted to mention them as well. So guys, stay safe out there. Hope you enjoyed the video, and leave a comment below if you got any other tips for any tools that you find useful during a hurricane. So guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, and take care.